We're going to do a little footwork today, drawing on Pilates, mobility, and a little bit of balance work. So grab a tennis ball, and we're going to start by rolling your foot over the ball. You can apply as much pressure here as you can tolerate. I encourage you to kind of go for it. You want to get in there. And to make sure you get up all the way to the ball of the foot, and all the way down to the heel, and all the way in towards the inner edge of the foot, and over to the outer edge of the foot. So we don't want to favor that like central channel of the foot. We want to get all around. Now as you're doing this, again, applying as much pressure as you can manage. If you come to a spot that's a little gnarly, it feels like it doesn't want to move, you can stop. I've got one there. I'm going to apply pressure down into this spot as I take a big breath in. I'm going to hold it. And then I'm going to slowly let it out. And I can feel those tissues in my foot relax a little bit. Now I can get in there a little more with the tennis ball. So if you come to a spot that's real tight, you might want to repeat that kind of breath cycle where you inhale, you're pressing into the ball, you hold it, pressing into the ball, and then it's a long, slow exhale. You can do that 2 or 3 times. I found another one. I'm going to do it again. Big inhale. Hold, 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 hold. And long, slow exhale. And now it feels a little better. All right, I'm going to stay here on this foot for about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go to the other one. So just rolling the foot over the ball. Oh yeah, this foot is tight. Sometimes it surprises you. It's not the foot that you think, or maybe your feet are really different, one to the other. You know, we all have a dominant leg, and so it's quite possible that this leg has been working harder, and so that foot is tighter. But I can definitely feel it on this side. I'm still not shying away from applying pressure, and that's appropriate. If you have active inflammation like plantar fasciitis or an active tendonitis, and you start to do this and it feels almost like you can't take a full breath, or you start to feel wobbly and not so well, then you should back off. For me, I don't have those things. It's just tender. I can just feel it. So I'm going for it and applying the pressure. I'm getting all the way to the inside edge of the foot. And now I'm going to try and get over to the outside edge of the foot. I've been cutting it off. I want to make sure I get over there. Up into the ball, down to the heel. And if I wanted to, I could add in that breathing cycle where right now I am on a pretty tender spot. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to take a big breath in. Hold it and press into the ball. And then a long, slow exhale out. If I needed it, I would repeat that 2 or 3 times in a row until I just felt those tissues kind of relax, kind of let go. So I'm going to stay here for another 10 seconds or so. And then I'm going to take the ball, and I'm just going to move that ball to the side for a sec, somewhere where I'm not going to trip on it. And then we're going to take a stance where the heels are together and the toes are apart, and we're bringing the hands behind the head. So I'm going to bring the back of my thighs together, lift the low belly, and press back the head into the hands. Elbows can be wide. And then we're going to lift the heels and lower down. Lift and lower down. As you come up, the heels are together, unless you're someone whose knees come together much sooner than your heels, then your heels might be separate, but your toes are still turned out. So if that's more comfortable, go ahead and go there. That's fine. And we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. And do 3 more. Up and down. And now we're going to add on. We're going to lift the heels. And now we're going to bend the knees like we're sliding our backs down a wall. Stand up tall and lower down. So we lift. Bend the knees, stand tall, and lower. Notice as I do this squat, it's not like a traditional squat, so I'm not hinging at the hips. I'm just allowing my tailbone to drop right above the heels. And then coming up and lowering down. As soon as you start to bring the chest forward, like you're hinging, you're going to take some tension into your low back in a way that's not good. So I don't care how deep you go, but I do care that your back is upright. For those of you that Do Pilates on the reformer. This is just like footwork on the reformer. We're going to do 2 more like this. 1 more. We're going to end with a little challenging one where we lift up, we go down 1/4 of the way, halfway, 3/4 of the way, all the way, hold it, come up to 3/4, come up to 1/2, come up to 1/4, all the way tall, and lower down. Let's do it again. We lift, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, all the way, hold, 3/4, 1/2, 1/4, all the way, and down. Let's do 1 more. Lift up, 1/4, elbows wide, 1/2, 3/4, all the way, hold, 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 3/4, 1/2, 1/4, all the way tall, and lower down. Good. Now we're going to grab the ball and incorporate the ball. So, same stance. We've got heels together, toes apart, or as close together as your heels want to come. We're taking the ball out to the side. As you lift the heels, you pass the ball in front and lower down. So we lift and lower. We're challenging our coordination here. We're also having a little bit of a balance challenge, which we're going to build on. But if you want more balance challenge right now, go ahead and close your eyes. That's going to challenge your vestibular system because the vision is a huge part of your balance. And when we take it away, funny things happen. Something else has to kick in. I'm going to do 3 more. Eyes open or closed, your choice. Three more complete ones, which means I've got 2 to go. Last one. Good. Now we're going to separate the heels a little so you're standing at a comfortable hip distance. And we're going to, let's do this. We'll go on the left foot first. So we're going to stand down into the left foot. Like I'm really rooting and reaching my left heel down into the floor. When I do that, I can feel my glute turn on, which is what we want. And then we're going to lift the right heel up. Pay attention that the hips are level. So if I did that without thinking, it might look like this. And we don't want that. So I've got my left glute on, heels connected. Now I'm going to lift the heel. My hips are level. And I'm going to lift the foot. And then I'm going to pass the ball overhead while I'm standing on 1 foot. And we're going to do a total of 5, back and forth 5 times. And again, if this felt like an easy balance challenge, you would close your eyes to bring a little more. We get 2 more reps to go. And 1. All right, let's stand down, shake out the standing leg. And then we're going to go to the other side. So again, comfortable hip distance. I'm going to reach this right heel down. I'm connected into the floor. I want to feel my seat turn on that side. And then when I go to lift the left leg, I want my hips to stay level. So see what happens. And then I'm going to pass the ball. I can tell this is definitely my less stable side. And remember when I was doing the foot massage, my left foot, the one that's up now, is more tender. That's my dominant leg. So now that I'm doing this on my right leg, I'm going to try and close my eyes, but I don't know what might happen. We'll see. So just lift and bring it down, up and down. Good. I think I'm doing 1 extra, but let's do 1 more. Good job. We had to shake out the legs. So that's all we're going to do for today. If you like this, follow me on YouTube and also on social media because I'm going to be adding more mobility and balance challenges to my work. Thanks for joining.